Karlov, Manor, and the brand new Play Booster box seem to be victims of Wizards of the Coast. And I was going to do a whole film noir. I kept trying to do a voice during this intro, but I actually sounded more like I was on Star Trek than I was in film noir, so I'm going to stick to what I know and do best. We're going to talk about Karlov Manor, why it continues to plummet in price. The Play Booster, some sold for $110. And then we're going to answer the question, is this all about the price, or is this just a bad set, and will we see this for other bad sets? But I got a little bonus for you here. Like any good detectives, we might not have film noir and cool, crazy voices and cigarettes, but we are going to recreate the events that may or may not have killed Karlov Manor. Take a look.
How would you feel about making a change?
We fear change.
What can I say? I know 90s movies better than film noir. So sue me. I wanted to have a video today that is just essentially an open discussion about Karlov Manor. This is something I've become really passionate about because I was very excited for the Play Booster box, and the community seems to have all but rejected the product and pulled a whole Commander Masters on the Karlov Manor release. And what I mean by that is, as the product came out, it was only purchased when the price point was something that, well, we thought we're not going to get a better deal. Look no further than the MVP Sports sale that went through TCG Player, where more than a third of all Play Boosters sold on the platform, or sorry, 2/3 of all Play Boosters sold on the platform went during that time period to that retailer. Now that the Play Booster has dropped even further, the sales continue to rise. But at what cost? There is a real victim here, and we're going to talk about that in today's video. And I want to answer the question, if we are going the Play Booster route for the foreseeable future, is this something we're going to expect with every single release, or is this strictly a Karlov Manor problem? But to give you guys all of the evidence up front and to let you guys have all of the information I have, we're going to talk Karlov Manor total sales numbers. And while there hasn't been massive amounts of change, there is, to quote Silicon Valley, that one little uptick, as the Play Booster box has now officially sold 3,014 copies. That's right, we've crossed the 3K mark for the Play Booster box, which officially passes other set boosters of popular releases. Now, if you want to check this information out for yourself, you can go to cardboardfinance.com on your computer. It's a site I make to make videos here. It's fully supported by the channel members. If you believe in the project, you want to support the site, make sure you join the channel membership. It's only $5 a month. You get access to exclusive content, discounts on box openings, and you help pay the server costs for cardboardfinance.com. But the Play Booster isn't the only thing, and the numbers on the Play Booster isn't the only thing that we've seen change. And by numbers, I mean number of sales. We have seen the price of the Play Booster all but plummet. Let's harken back to a funnier time where we thought the MVP Sports sale at $129.99 was the worst thing to happen to the product. It's going to set a floor for the Play Booster. It's going to completely destroy and decimate the market. Oh, how young and naive we truly were, as the Play Booster is currently available for $114 with sales as low today, as of the recording of this video, of $110. That's right, some people have gone on to TCG Player, and for $110 they've got their hands on a Play Booster box. Now, this is two-faced. For people like you and I, people who love Magic the Gathering, especially a guy like me in my basement that really likes to collect sealed product, play limited with his friends, and add a bunch of cards to decks any chance that I get, cheap product is almost always good, right? Right? Am I trying to convince myself of that? Cheap product does give us access to cracking packs, having fun with friends, and all of that is definitely a positive. But there is a backside to cheap product too, and I want us all to keep that in our mind. I am not sitting here saying Magic the Gathering product should be expensive. There is a problem with the Magic the Gathering price we're going to answer in the second half of this video. Hang on, boo-boo! Promise we're going to get there. But cheap product generally means, in the Magic the Gathering space at least, it's a product that is either without some kind of value, either highly playable cards or cards that we want to add to a collection, meaning it doesn't have nearly as much use to people like you and I that want to play the game, and it also represents an opportunity for the places we like to play the game, the local game store, to take a massive hit. Now let me make this clear, with the price being what it is for these products of Karlov Manor on the secondary market, you're in my game store are not making a single dollar on Magic the Gathering product. And the price of Magic the Gathering mostly is not their fault. We have to keep that in mind when we talk about this topic, especially with the Play Booster. This product is meant to get us out there slamming cardboard on the table, having a fun pack cracking experience, and our game store is not responsible for the price that they must pay the distributor to, that then has to pay Wizards of the Coast and yada 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 for the price of this product. You see what I'm getting at? That's not our game store's fault, and they have to make a buck or two to pay our friends and sometimes even our family that work at these places, and to keep their doors open so we can have a place to go play Commander, and yes, even other Magic the Gathering formats. I know I'm going to be at MTGCon Chicago. I will be playing other Magic the Gathering formats, and yes, I might have a Commander deck with me or two, because well, frankly I know it's the way everyone likes to play and I like to hang out with my friends. But this is indicative of the greater issue, and we see this issue not just pigeonholed or siloed into the Play Booster. This issue has expanded. It has spread its nasty claws to the Collector Booster Box, where the Collector Booster Box of Karlov Manor is available on the secondary market right now for $177. This thing is dirt cheap. Now, the argument for the dirt cheap collector booster is, well, there's a couple sides to it, at least the way I see it. You can let me know in the comment section below if you agree with this argument. I believe the collector booster for Karlov Manor is not a great representation of this product. While there are hits, and I do believe the increased crazy rarity of the serialized card that we will be talking about on this channel, make sure you're subscribed. We're racing AK with this increased rarity of serialized cards is good. It does represent, you know, maybe something that people aren't willing to stretch and chase for, because it's a newer card. It's not really something iconic. It's not something that's a one of one, and we have been so just inundated with this chase for serialized cards that maybe a couple of these new cards are going to go by the wayside as we hunt down some more iconic cards, looking at things from Lord of the Rings and even the Brothers War serialized cards and the, you know, iconic artifacts that you can find there. But more than that, this set is not the most powerful set in the Magic the Gathering universe. And where Collector Boosters shine is where Commander players can get powerful singleton cards to add to and bling out their decks. And when there's not a ton of power in the product that people are looking to add to their 99 piles, you really see a product like this suffer. And showing on the secondary market where only 511 collector boxes have sold since the product's availability on TCG Player. These numbers are astoundingly low. These are indie TCG numbers. These are just crazy numbers that I would not have guessed. If you would have guessed this, let me know in the comment section below. I'm sure there's a couple of you that's like, I saw this coming all along. Well, you'd be the only one, because it's the only Magic set that's done this for a standard release in the last year. So it's wild to kind of follow these figures and see how you and I, the community, are reacting to this product, but it does bring up the question. Let's put our detective hat on, if you will, and discuss, is this a problem with the new product model? We talked all the greatness about deleting a SKU, going down to 2 siloed products, or is this a strictly Karlov Manor problem? Well, I believe it's twofold. I said in my last video, and I believe that, I will link it here if I remember, and if I don't, hey, give me a break. They're making a lot of content and working very hard. If I'm gonna link something, just tell me and maybe I'll go back and link it. I said in that video that I do believe we're entering an era, or re-entering an era of Magic the Gathering that I actually prefer. It's where sets that are expensive are good sets. They're expensive because, as far as a standard set goes, and all price points given being the same, we choose to buy a bunch of the product. We, the community, choose to buy these boxes, creating demand, creating a stable price, and thus a more expensive product. And in that world, the flip side is also true. And we get a set like Karlov Manor, we also prove that, hey, we don't really like the product. There's not that much that's iconic in there, and there is some fun cards. I'm not saying there's not anything fun in Karlov Manor, but we are all but choosing to reject the product because we're like, we don't really need this set. So this era of good sets costing money and bad sets kind of not doing well on the secondary market, I think is a healthy ecosystem. But it comes with this unhealthy circumstance that we live in, and that is the fact that your and my local game store are victims of this crazy model of back and forth. The Play Booster has exacerbated this problem, and this is not a Karlov Manor problem. This problem may very well be here to stay. Since the release of the Play Booster, the price that you and I are supposed to pay for the Play Booster box has gone up, but in turn, the price that your local game store and mine pay distribution for this product has gone up. That means our game stores have to shell out more of their hard-earned cash to put this product on their shelves and service people who like to sit at the tables and jam cardboard. This is a broken system. When a Magic the Gathering set comes out and game stores that you and I love are struggling and scrambling to sell the product for break even or even at loss prices, this soon post-release, this video is being recorded like 4 days after the release of Karlov Manor. It has not been long. This is a problem. There needs to be more play in the system, is the phrase I like to use. There needs to be a little more give where we can have some price swings and the game store doesn't have to eat it. Now, I'm not saying we're ever going to create a situation where no Magic the Gathering game store ever loses money on a given product. Heck, the Magic ecosystem is massive. I guarantee you somebody will dump all of their inventory at some insane low price, especially if the shift ever gets made when it's first made, because they're like, I just don't believe in it. But adding more margin to the product, Wizards of the Coast giving up a couple of those dollars to support the health of this ecosystem that they have spent the better part of 30 years creating, would go a long way to help balance this system out and allow worse products to be worth less, better products to be worth more. But I said the magic phrase there, Wizards of the Coast give up a couple dollars in their pocket. We all know that's likely not going to happen, and because of that, I think we're going to have to see drastic change. Now, we've seen 2 sets that have not done well. Again, you can visit cardboardfinance.com and you can join the channel membership to support that site and help me pay those server costs, because if they ever get too bad, like I can't justify doing it. So big shout out to the channel members that are currently joined that are helping pay that cost. But me, oh my, this product, might be catching up, but it's got a long way to go. I did not see us being here. I thought the first Play Booster would be more iconic and something we would more covet, or would be more desirable to us, or at least to add to the shelf. Heck, I haven't added any to my shelf yet because I've been so unsure of the back and forth with this product. And I want to hear everything you have to say about murders at Karlov Manor. And if you like freeform videos like this, if you're enjoying your time here on the channel, and hey, if you're willing to hit that sub button as we race to 8K. We're trying to get to 8K. I can't believe we're getting to 8K. I go a little crazy with that number. That's crazy that we're there. Big shout out to everyone who's hit that button and everyone who's about to. Thank you so much for hanging out today. If you've never shared a Hometown TCG video, now's a better time than ever. Share this video on any social media platform, Discord group, Facebook forum where you guys interact with Karlov Manor, because I love the free-flowing ideas that get to come into the conversation in the comments section. And thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and we will see you around. As legs getting better, but I'm still limping off. What's the film noir? Yeah, see? Well, no, that's Mobster. Whatever, you get the gist.